Hey there, everyone. I hope you are all doing good. Today we are going to have a look at the tracker one more time and how you can control, in conjunction with Poly 2 from Polyend as well, how you can control a few hardware synth in order to make a sort of a live set or a jam or whatever. So first, this was a little thing that I put together to show you what can be done with it. So now let's take a new pattern and I'll explain how I did this before. And also I'll explain the patch. The first thing is drums. Basically in this setup, I'm going to use the tracker only as a drum machine. And maybe later we'll see if we can add some chords and stuff from samples in this. So the first thing you have to know is that one of the main limitations of the tracker for me is not the actual size of the memory, but more the number of samples you can put in there, which is 48 different slots. For a full live set, this is very, very small actually. Why it is small is that if you want a full drum kit, you go to, let's go for example 909. Want a kit of the 909. How many samples? That's a lot. This whole thing will take almost all the space you have available. So I've made a small video explaining how to bypass this problem. So I'm not going to show you now, I'm going to link it somewhere over here. The result thing is that you take some of those drums, you render the sample selection here, which will give you the sounds you want on only one instrument or sample slot that you can then beat slice and arrange however you want. That's cool as well because you can spread this one instrument over a few different tracks. So let's make a simple example and make just a add some toms. And if I want the FM splutch to happen at the same time as the kick, I just... This is cool actually. Yeah, that's the FM splutch. Yeah, see what I mean. One key thing to making a live set work, I guess for me, especially if you want to be active, is that you have the least possible thing going on at the same time. It has to be super efficient. It's better if you have everything organized. So here I have A4 drums, which should be this selected samples of drums. 606, which is another one, which we are going to use for the 606, of course. 2 break lines. I guess if you don't use both, you can just use break 2 as your bonus drum track. So let's copy this here and remove those. So if I wanted to make a full beat here, I would continue with the 606. Now let's duplicate this pattern. And from here, I'm going to start to add some hi-hats. So I've closed combo and open. Sounds good. The important thing for having those drums each at their respective space is that it makes it easy to know which track you have to remove from the mix when you want them to cut. Okay, let's add some breakbeats here. end of this one, there is some stuff with already some effects on it. Okay, so from this, you can already get things going by of course it will be easier to make this from the master page. Okay, this is your, let's say this will be our first drum pattern. Now let's hook up the gears. As the bassline has a CV in and a gate in, I've decided to use the Poly 2 as the main hub for sequencing all the synths. MIDI 1 is the bassline. Put some reverb from the tracker. Okay. So we are going to use this one. Also, one fun thing, I don't recommend it. I mean, it's better to have a dedicated mixer that you can have at the end, especially if you can have some effects on the sends, so you can really tweak stuff on the fly. But here I have everything going from this jack to the tracker, and I'm using the reverb from the tracker. This is cool in the sense that you only need a few, like this is going out to this mixer, and the two other voices that I've built here are also in the mixer, and this all goes out here. I think I would recommend to have a mixer. This can work as it is. So we have our bassline. Before adding any effect or stuff, let's use our MIDI 2, which is the Dixie over here, going to the U fold. There's some modulation here. So this is a clock going from the Poly 2, which is taking the MIDI clock from the tracker. And it's clocking the sample and hold here to give us some random stuff. I will divide that clock for you because it's a bit fast. Let's say it's better like this. So this one will be mostly used for the laying out long pad type sounds. Sounds a bit FME because of the U-fold, which is really cool. We have its volume over here. It's easy to tell it to count down. So here I've just set it up as a drone, basically just one note. It does this the envelope, and it. Then we have MIDI channel number 3, which is Rubicon into the Dr. Octature. We'll just put some random notes over it. Oh, I forgot to send the envelope here so it can control the filter. I have this right now. It was set up as an LFO, but like this long. This is controlling the filter and the pulse width here at the same time. And what's cool about the planar is that you can record your automation on the fly. Now, of course, we have the perform mode. So that's why it's important also to have everything labeled, is that here you can know easily where to go. So if I want the 606 to be drilled, break. Reverb just to see how it turns out. But also the reverb is of course on all the elements at the same time. Still. And so basically the way, okay, let's unmute everything. The way I will continue this in order to create a live set, like I explained in the jam video, how to set up a jam video, set the link over there as well, is that I would start with something, this, basically, or the first pattern I made, and then I would just like copy it, and paste it, and make tweaks to this, and go on and on and on and on, and keep tweaking all those patterns, like spend a day or two, or even a week if you have lots of time, working on this selection of pattern. And in the end, just like play those. A technique I like to use actually is to make the most out of one pattern, even if it's a bit repetitive. I mean, when you do hardware sets, there will be repetitions, and I guess that's okay. But anyway, let's skip on. Let's make I remix this pattern now, so you can see what I'm talking about. First, I will remove this, this, we'll keep the bass line, remove a bit of reverb, but we will start to introduce some other sounds from instruments number 1, like some snares, some cymbal. Let's put this one a little bit lower, like in the background, like this, up. Make it, put it every. Now the bassline. Let's make sure we're on MIDI channel number 1. Let's see if the velocity works here. No, not really. I have the Joker track. It's the one for the pads or for the other type of sounds. This is a good moment to add. This is a good time as well to duplicate the pattern and have 2 different notes just to change the last note of this thing. Yeah, so as you see, I'm just letting myself get caught into what's going on. We can add some CC automations or use the velocity for things. For example, I could use the velocity of track 3. That's why we don't hear anything now from this. That the volume is at 0. And now it's controlling the output volume of the envelope. Okay. Let's see what this guy's doing. Let's delete it and make a new version, like more of a classic. Try to find. Okay. So let's take from 1 to 64. Okay, twice the same. Change the ending here. Let's put some gate length effects here. I like that so far. Guess we have our first pattern. Don't forget to play with the knobs. Once you start to get tired of this one, leave until it play the next one. And here we go. I wouldn't say it is very safe to add things live while everything is playing, but we will try anyway. I'm in Locrian scale, E2 root note, so I can basically do whatever I want and see what's come out. Muting and unmuting stuff can get you through quite a lot of situations. And one last thing I wanted to show that I would do. Let's keep just the bassline and the breakbeats. We're going to mute this breakbeat 2 track, and I'm going to use this breakbeat here. Just going to put stuff completely at random. Well, let's just not care. That's it. It will probably be mayhem, but and while this is playing, you can just obviously this is not very tight, as I've just made it completely on random, but you can just plan in advance those two breakbeat tracks and have them move one against the other. Once again, you just have to repeat the process for as many patterns as you want, and then play. You can program quite a lot of stuff using the CC and stuff on a per pattern basis. A bit disappointed to see that we can't re-trigger the MIDI tracks with this. This used to work. That's it for today. By the way, this video was ordered by one of my Patreon, follows the teaching program or something like this. So if you want some more information about those teaching things, that can be private teaching or ordering videos like this, and get samples, visit my Patreon. Many thanks to everyone who is already supporting me over there. And thanks for watching. See you next time.